Hello and welcome to the York baseball field here in Elmhurst, Illinois, where it's a conference matchup for your York Dukes as they host the Oak Park River Forest Huskies in a huge conference matchup. As the season comes winding down, the Dukes sit atop the West Suburban Silver, but this game has huge implications on the way the conference can shake out. If Oak Park River Forest takes this game from the Dukes, they'll have a share of the lead for the conference title alongside LT as well, who's half a game behind York in the conference standings alongside Luca DeSanto. I'm Connor Choi, and Luca, got a lot to look out for today. The Dukes obviously have been playing some great conference baseball, but Oak Park River Forest also been playing some great ball as well, and all eyes today are on their shortstop, Ethan Moore.
Yeah, absolutely. Heavily scouted player. I mean, we see scouts lined up out here tonight at this game. Definitely looking for a lot from him. For the Dukes now, they are coming off a tough loss against Morton. After playing some reserves, they did drop in the rankings just a bit. But like you said, Connor, this game, this whole entire series has massive implications for how the West Suburban title will shake out. And any team is looking for that title coming into the playoffs.
I mean, there's 4 teams right now that all have realistically a pretty high chance of making it. Obviously, York, a top conference, their conference record 10-2. They're half a game above Lions Township, who's at 10-3. Oak Park River Forest 9-3, so a win today, it'll be a 3-way tie for the silver. And Downers Grove North 9-3 as well. So just it's all coming down to these last 2 series for the Dukes. They take on Oak Park River Forest in Game 1 of the conference matchup today. And then next week, they play Downers Grove North. First pitch from the starting pitcher, Jack Bodak, is upstairs to Tim Lurk. He's in center field. What's the lineup for Oak Park River Forest coming in just a second after this pitch? As Bodak misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Johnny Nelson on deck, the third baseman. Ethan Moore, Tennessee commit at shortstop, batting third. Brady Green, the second baseman, batting cleanup. That's the 2-0s on the way, and he gets it in there for strike number 1. Oliver Putillo is in left field, batting fifth. George Holland, the first baseman, batting sixth. 2-1 on the way is going to be bounced in, so 3 balls and 1 strike is the count. Joe Leschnack, catcher, batting seventh. Liam Maroney batting eighth, as Lurk starts it off with a walk. So 5-pitch walk to Tim Lurk. Batter, there's a man on first base.
Johnny Nelson.
Liam Maroney.
Yeah, uncharacteristic start for Bodak there, Connor. He's really been the Dukes guy this entire season, so we'll see if he can get a bit more consistent.
Control is his biggest thing, as Nelson's going to show bunt, and he'll take a strike. 0-1's the count. Maroney batting eighth. He's the DH. And Zach Goldberg batting ninth, playing right field. Peter Farron, Oak Park starting pitcher. More on him when we get to the bottom of the first. Good-looking pitch from Bodak, just going to miss. 1-1 the count. Lurk a big lead at first. Nelson checks his swing. Did he go? No, he did not. So 2-1's the count. Two-one on the way. Bodak comes set. Fires in a strike as 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count on Johnny Nelson. That name sounds familiar. You've heard him all year if you've been watching all the York sports. The starting quarterback for Oak Park River Forest, plays basketball as well, and now he's on the baseball diamond. That's will take up and away for ball 3.
That's every parent's dream, Connor. Every parent's dream.
It's like the typical jock from like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, hopefully he's not the bully, though.
Payoff pitch inside ball 4, so 2 walks to start this game. And like you mentioned, Luca, completely uncharacteristic from Jack Bodak. And now there's a man in scoring position. Nobody's out. And the highly touted Ethan Moore is up to bat. Moore has a perfect game grade of 10. Those of you that don't know what that is, it's out of 10. It's for the nation's best high school prospects. As Moore hits this one on the ground, could be 2. Steps on 1, fired at first, in time for a double play. Great pitch from Jack Bodak. A great defensive play from Luke Pazinski. Steps on second.
Next for the Huskies, the second baseman, number 22.
And
Brady Green.
Fires it to first.
Yeah, we always see characteristic defensive plays like that for Baczynski, and we'll be seeing that all throughout the rest of this season from him.
This will be a 6-3 double play, and just like that, there's 2 outs, a man on third. But Bodak feeling a lot more comfortable now as Brady Green steps in. Green fouls it straight back, 1-1 the count. On it for the Dukes, it's going to be Josh Fleming in right field batting first. Drew Gami in center batting second. Owen Shale batting third. He's behind the dish today. Luke Baczynski at the cleanup spot. You just saw him. He's at shortstop as there's a hot smash to third base. Nick Allen gloves it cleanly. Bodak escapes. Some great fielding by the Dukes, and they hold Oak Park to nothing in the top of the first. Bottom 1 coming your way here on York Sports Network. Here for the bottom of the first inning, 0-0 score. Some great defensive plays by the Dukes, and now they're looking to jump on the board here with Peter Farron on the mound for Oak Park River Forest, the NYU commit. Cannot find the zone on his first pitch to Josh Fleming for ball 1. Fleming in right field, as I started to say the last inning. Drew Gami in center field batting second. Owen Chale, the catcher, batting third as Fleming hits this one on the ground. Moore backhanded, deep in the hole, fires to first. Off the bag. It was a good throw, but just off the target. Or not a good throw, but had enough power in it. Just brings the first baseman, George Holland, off the base. So Josh Fleming has an infield single.
Yeah, the throw for sure looked wild, Connor. I mean, came off his hand really hot. It was perfect accuracy, but like you said, first baseman just a bit off the bag.
Luke Baczynski, the shortstop, he's batting cleanup. He'll be after Owen Shale, who stands on deck. Evan Mendiola is the designated hitter. Marco Giorno in left field, batting 6th. Ryan Lazowski, the first baseman, batting 7th. Jack Kaminsky gets the rare start today at second base. His first start in a conference game. He bats 8th. And Nick Allen, the third baseman, batting 9th. A little bit of a different lineup than what we're used to seeing for quite a while. No Austin Jeva today. Farron comes set. Gami hits this one. High chopper. Throw over to second. They get one. Over to first. In time. That one looked awfully close. Wow, I thought Gami beat out the throw. They're going to call him out. So 5-4-3 double play. And now Farron quickly gets 2 outs in the first.
Yeah, both these teams exchanging double plays, big blows to one another. So both these teams looking outstanding on defense, not letting anything happen.
Owen Shale takes a crack at it, fouls it off to the right side. Park River Forest head coach tries making the grab from the dugout. Can't do it. Call that E10. He's got to take the long walk out to the dugout. Grab the ball. Farron misses down low, so the count evens out. Ball on a strike. Gets the inside part of the zone for strike 2, so now Chale down to his last strike. Farron comes set, the 1-2 on the way. Outside. Farron can touch up to the upper 80s if he needs to. We'll see what he throws here. Goes change up. Chale did not go. Farron looking at the field umpire, but Chale able to hold it. So now the count's full. Park River Forest voicing their displeasure. Umpire not having any of it. The payoff pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Farron comes set. Delivers. Outside, ball 4. Really good-looking fastball from Peter Farron.
Next for the Dukes, the shortstop, number 1, Luke Pazinski.
But the Dukes have a 2-out base runner, and now Luke Pazinski up. It'll be Colby Baird as the courtesy runner. Chale will go back to the dugout to get his gear on.
And they know the type of speed that Baird possesses is a wide receiver for the Dukes, so that's the perfect pinch runner to have in.
Receiver, if I'm not mistaken, he's done track in his days too.
Yes.
Very speedy. Does not go. Good pitch from Farron. It was kind of an awkward catch by Leschnock. I think he might have taken a strike away from his pitcher there, Luca. Farron comes set. 1-0 on the way to Pazinski, and he pops it up right side. In foul territory, coming over and making the catch for the 3rd out is going to be Holland, and that ends the inning. So Dukes can't do anything off a 2-out walk from Peter Farron. He puts up a 0 in the bottom of the 1st. We head to the top of the 2nd inning here. Back in a few moments.
Off the top of the 2nd for Oak Park River Forest, the left fielder.
Here for the top of 2 in Elmhurst, and Jack Bodak back on the mound. Oliver Puntillo, the left fielder, steps into the box for his first time today. For the first time today.
Another warning given by the umpire here. It's the OPRF bench, Connor.
He's asked probably the same 3 guys to get in the dugout this entire game. I will say it's a pretty small dugout. It's not very big. Oh, now the coach is just making them run behind. They got to watch from the bullpen as there's a crack slapped into right field, and there's a base hit to start the inning. Puntillo aboard first. And now George Holland, the first baseman, steps in.
The Huskies, the first baseman, number 25, George Holland.
Bodak comes set. Holland checks his swing. Able to lay off. 1-0 is the count. Bodak goes back to first. Not in time. Holland showing bunt. Bodak firing in a strike there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gets his sign, comes set, runner goes. Hit on the ground, past the diving Allen into left field. Heading to third, and it gets away from Giorno. Lucky break as Puntillo dove into third base head first. As his coach was saying down, didn't realize that Giorno couldn't glove it cleanly. But that will allow Holland to get to second. So that'll be a base hit into left field. Advancing to second on an error by Giorno.
Yeah, that's just a tough ball to field right there, Connor. Right down the third base line, almost going foul territory. Giorno was able to stop it, but a bit too late as he allowed two to advance.
Catcher now, Joe Leshnock, up to bat his first time today. Still no outs. Bodak comes set. This one's lined into right field. This will be a base hit. This is going to score 1. And holding at third, as it was a strong throw from right by Fleming, is going to be Holland. So caught that an RBI base hit for Leshnock. And Oak Park gets on the board first. Liam Maroney, the designated hitter, steps up to bat for the first time today. Still nobody out. This one in the dirt, blocked down by Chael. Bodak usually does a great job keeping the ball on the ground. He's having a hard time so far, not getting those soft ground balls. Showing bunt, it's a good one. This will advance as the throw's in time to first base, so this will advance Leshnock to second base. Getting the first out is going to be Bodak, so it's a sac bunt for Maroney. Now Zach Goldberg, the right fielder. It's his first time batting. It's pretty funny. Number 9, batting 9th. Playing right field, also known as 9, the 9th position.
Can't make that up.
Couldn't have scripted better than that. Bodak, a great slider. Not sure where that missed, but we'll take a guess. Say it's down. Bodak comes set, and fastball outside. He's not missing by much. The 2-0 on the way, and this one is going to hit Goldberg. So Bodak has started the game in the first 2 innings. Walk, and then now here in the second inning, a hit by pitch.
That loads the bases too, Connor. This is definitely showing for the Dukes.
And now you have the top of the order up.
Worst time to load it, arguably.
Tim Lurk committed to Maryville to play baseball next year, so he's a threat. Still only 1 out. Lurk walked last inning. Johnny Nelson's on deck. In the hole, Ethan Moore. Bodak comes set. Flying saucer of a slider in there for strike 1. Bodak walked Lurkin 5 pitches back in the first. The 0-1 on the way. Lurk, line to Allen, a great play. Sticks his glove out, makes the catch. It was a great ball by Lurk. Nothing he can do. And he'll just have to walk back to the dugout. Great play by Allen. Bodak is really getting some help from that left side of the infield.
Yeah, Allen with another great defensive play. We saw one earlier in the top of the first. So he's definitely been doing his part over at third.
Johnny Nelson takes ball 1 down low. Bodak was able to leave 2, get rid out of 2 runners on at one point. Looks to get rid of 3 as Lurk swings through the slider. 1-1's the count. I'm sorry, that was Nelson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bodak comes set. Goes back to the slider, freezing Nelson as it catches the outer half of the plate. In there for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 outs. Bodak tries to escape the bases loaded jam with minimal damage. So step off, get a new sign. He comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground, and it's going to hit the runner. He'll be called out. It'll be interference, and that's how the inning ends. I don't believe it. Wow, what a way to get out of the inning. Nonetheless, Oak Park still puts up the first run of the game off 3 straight hits. But Jack Bodak able to limit the damage as Oak Park has stranded 5 runners in the first 2 innings. We head to the bottom of the second, where it'll be up to Luke Pazinski, Evan Mendiola, and Marco Giorno to get things going for the Dukes. At the bottom of the second, my apologies for how I ended things before we headed to break. Luke Pazinski got the last out, popped out to first base back in the first inning. It's Evan Mendiola to lead things off. And he takes ball 1 high from Peter Farron. Means Marco Giorno's on deck and Ryan Lazowski in the hole. He'll bat third this inning. Farron comes set. The 1-0 on the way. Mendiola fouls it straight back. 1-1. Farron comes set. The 1-1 on the way. Down low, ball 2. Two and 1 the count. Farron gets his sign. Fires up high, ball 3. Mendiola working himself into a hitter's count. It's now 3-1. Thing he's displayed all season. He's been extremely patient at the plate. Gets him into situations like this. 3-1 on the way. Is lined into center field, a base hit. Mendiola starts the bottom of the second off with a single. And a loud rip to center. And the Dukes now have a man on first.
Batting next for the Dukes, the left fielder, number 11, Marco Giorno.
Got Marco Giorno up to bat now, so some hitting power coming for the Dukes.
That's exactly why that patient approach has worked so well for him. And he's been able to make hard contact as he works himself into counts where the pitcher's likely throwing a fastball. Got it there, belt high, and ripped it into center. Giorno shows bunt. Mendiola does not run. Farron misses outside. Farron checks back on Mendiola. No tag applied from Holland. So he'll dive back into first with plenty of time. A 1-0 on the way. Giorno chops this one foul to the right side. The umpire yelled at the Huskies. It looks like there's about six, maybe 17 kids on the team. Yeah, about like 6, 7 of them hanging back down by the visiting bullpen. A 1-1 on the way as Farron's going to miss outside, 2-1. I'll tell you, he's not missing by much, but they're definitely balls. Farron gets his sign, 2-1 on the way, down low, ball 3, and now Giorno finds himself in the same situation as Mendiola. 3-1 hitters count. See if Farron switches it up. He went fastball to Mendiola. Quick throw to first base. Not in time. Smart, really well-executed design by Farron, if that's what he was going for. See if Giorno is hunting for that fastball there. 3-1 on the way. Giorno, big swing and a miss. He got the fastball. Could not get a barrel on it. Now the count's full. Luca, I wonder, what's he going to go to here? Showing that slider, that fastball, and that changeup. He's got to execute a pitch here. We'll see what he goes to. Payoff pitch on the way. No, he's going to throw over to first once again. That's the third time he's checked on Mendiola in this at-bat against Giorno. Waits patiently for his payoff pitch. Farron comes set. He'll get it now. Giorno chops this one foul right side. He's fought off just about everything, Luca. What are you going to throw him here?
I would honestly throw him a slider right here. Just drop down a bit. Seems to be going on. Giorno seems to be going on those thus far.
Upstairs ball 4. Went to the fastball. Tried to get a chase. Could not get it.
Next for the Dukes, the first
and now first and second.
Ryan Lazowski.
Ryan Lazowski, the batter. And he's a very dangerous hitter when he can get a hold of one. Get a hold of it. He can hit it hard, and he can hit it really far. So, first pitch on the way, hit well, left center field. This one is gonna be caught. Great job out in center field by Tim Lurk, tracking it down.
Yeah, great hit there. I mean, it was in a weakness in center, left center.
The second baseman, number
nice
2, Jack Kaminsky.
Quite unfortunate, but thankfully Duke still have a man on first, man on second with Kaminsky up to bat.
Loud out by Lazowski. Smoked it. It looked like it might have fallen for the gap. I almost think he hit it too high in a sense. It's one of those where he hit it far enough to hit it out, so might as well settle for just a straight liner. That would have fallen down. Mendiola certainly thought he was going to drop. He was more than halfway to third base. Jack Kaminsky shows bunt on the first pitch. They're going to go back to second to try and get Mendiola. It skips away as Mendiola gets hit.
Yeah.
Was it that left shoulder blade? Or was it the back of his helmet? I don't know. Either way, he seems to be fine. Waves off Coach Arnold. Waves off Coach Pitlock. Want to know the count to Kaminsky. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Pitlock has him do here. Farron, definitely the best pitcher Kaminsky's seen all year. We'll see how he responds to the challenge. Shows bunt again. Can't lay it down. This time he went around to square up, and Farron blew a fastball by him. It looks like Holland and Nelson are expecting a bunt. They're both on the grass. He's got one more opportunity. Kaminsky calling for time, won't get it. Pops up the bunt. Making the play is going to be Leshnok, and now there's 2 outs.
Batting next for the Dukes, the third baseman, number 22, Nick Allen.
And now Nick Allen, the last hope here for the Dukes.
They're at the bottom of their order now, Connor. Hopefully, Allen can advance here to bring us back to the top of the order for Fleming.
Allen, great at working some long counts, and he has come through in the clutch. Dating back to last year, Allen wants time, not going to get it. And he'll fight off the first pitch, asking why he didn't get time.
You know, Connor, I was walking to a baseball game from the football field the other day, and I actually saw a foul ball hit a car on St. Charles for the first time.
That's something that I think everyone
dreads.
Yes, absolutely. As Allen chases in the other batter's box, and now he's down 0-2. It was a really good slider from Farron, had him completely fooled. Not out of the woods yet, though. Still got to finish the job. Luca, like you mentioned, it's going to be Fleming on deck, the top of the order. The 0-2 to Allen. Outside. Farron really wanted that one. No one has been getting that pitch at all today. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Allen is in the dirt. Good eye from Allen. Now the count 2-2. Farron gets his sign. Here's the pitch. In there, strike 3. Allen completely fooled. And that'll end the inning. Duke strand 2. Leave a man in scoring position. Head to the top of the third. Score still 1-0 Huskies. Top of the third inning, it's going to be Ethan Moore back up to the plate. Grounded to a 6-3 double play his last time up. Jack Bodak. This is down low with the slider. Bodak comes set. Ooh, good pitch. Moore. A good eye. Count now 2-0. Bodak comes set. 2-0 on the way. Moore checks his swing. Checks his swing. But I wonder if they called that on the pitch. Been a generous call. As Moore muscles this one out. Flare into right center field. It'll fall for a base hit. Just enough on it. Dropped it into no man's land. And now Ethan Moore on first base.
The second baseman,
great hit right
number
there.
22.
Putting that right in right
Brady
center,
Green.
Connor. Exactly where you want it.
Brady Green is up. Grounded out to third base his last time up. Bodak misses up and away. Ball 1. So 1-0 the count. Moore goes. Chael pops up. Throw. It's going to be take Pazinski off the bag. Not the best throw from Chael. Got a good pop time on that one. Just a bit off the target. So Moore steals second. Counts 2-0. Bodak comes set. Misses up and away again. So now 3-0 the count to Brady Green. Bodak comes set 3-0 on the way. Drops in a strike. So now the count 3-1. Chopped on the ground. Pazinski there. Goes to third. The tag in time to get more. So it'll be a 6-5 fielder's choice. So now there's one out and a man on first instead of one out and a man on third. Some quick thinking by Luke Pazinski. A really nice play.
Yeah, some more great fielding from him, Connor. We've seen it all day, and he's just looking to keep it consistent.
Entire left side of the infield. I mean, they've been busy so far. Bodak comes set. His first offering. Back pick to first base. Lazowski does a good job stopping that one. As Oliver Puntillo takes ball 1. Puntillo 1 for 1 today with a base hit. Runner goes again. Puntillo a swing and a miss. Throw down to second is looked to be in time. They called him out at second. Really nice tag. Pazinski gets him off the Chael throw, and here comes the Oak Park coach. Now they're going to talk some things over. So now there's 2 outs, but the bases are clear. We'll see what happens here. Chael's going to take this time to talk things over with Bodak.
Yeah, great fielding again. Chael had a nice throw to second, and that frees up the entire bases, so they're fighting to advance no one right now.
Yeah, throws out Brady Green. Call actually is going to be interference on Puntillo, so call them out anyways. Looked like a good throw, though. I think it might have been able to beat him, but now wanting an explanation. A lengthy discussion. That's not going to change anything. OPRF coach. Been out there a few times already. Still hasn't gotten anything to go his way in his eyes. And there's a line drive and a base hit in the right field. Puntillo gets his second rip of the day. Both have been to right field. Nice piece of hitting from them there.
First baseman number 25, George Holland.
And now George Holland is up to bat. Holland 1 for 1 at a base hit. Advanced to second on a fielding error by Marco Giorno out in left field. Bodak will miss upstairs. 1-0 is the count. Fouled straight back, 1-1. Bodak comes set, 1-1 on the way. Bounce, Chael, good job blocking. Picks it up cleanly. Kind of got a nice little roll there, too, I might add. So 2-1's the count. There's 2 outs. Bodak comes set, swung on and missed. Holland went chasing upstairs. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bodak Throws back over to first. Didn't put enough on it. Lazowski does a good job. Drops down and blocks it. Two on the way. Outside. Now the count 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Puntillo will be going. And this one hit on the ground. Pazinski fields it cleanly. Strong throw over to first. And Jack Bodak continuing a strong start, only allowing 1 through 3 as he puts up another 0. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning now. Dukes have the top of the order up. They got to get going. Back here for the bottom of the 3rd inning, Peter Farron still out there. Inning number 3 of work. His 2nd time facing the order. And it's going to be Josh Fleming at an infield single to Ethan Moore's first time up. Takes ball 1 in the dirt. Farron comes set. Deals. Fleming sky high. Center field. Lurks under it and makes the grab. No pun intended.
Batting next for the Dukes, the center fielder, number 17.
Fleming and Farron having a laugh. Those two play together on their travel team. So, Farron's saying, I got round 2. Now Trugami's up, grounded into a double play back in the 1st inning. He'll show bunt. Farron goes inside. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 on the way. Inside again. So ball 2. The 2-0 on the way. Just missed. Wow, that looked really good. But I guess the call is a bit upstairs. So 3-0 the count. See if Gami does anything. Nope, he just shows bunt, then immediately pulls it back. Farron drops a changeup in there for strike number 1. A 3-1 on the way to Gami, and he skies it. Lurk again there, ranging over to right center. He'll make the grab, and now there's 2 away.
Batting next for the Dukes, the center fielder, number 23, Owen Shale.
Just not able to field it.
Now, Owen Shale's up. Walked his first time up. And he'll take ball 1. Shale hits this one sharply on the ground to second base, fielded cleanly, throw over to first in time. So 1-2-3 inning for Peter Farron. 2 pop flies and a ground ball. Sends this to the top of the fourth. Still 1-0 Huskies, your score. Here for the top of the fourth inning, Jack Bodak still out there. Set to face Joe Leshnak, who cracks one out to the right side, out of play. Oh on the count, and Bodak floats in a slider for strike two. 0-2 the count. Swung on and missed, strike three. Bodak retires Leshnak in 3 pitches, picks up his first strikeout of the day.
Yeah, nice start for Bodak there. That's exactly what you want to see from him. Work his confidence up in the start of this inning, as they need to put on a nice defensive stance here to advance to the bottom of the fourth to hopefully scoring at least 1 run to tie this one up.
Be Liam Maroney, 0 for 0 today. Had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. Bodak missing, ball 1. Can't find the zone there, so 2-0 the count. This is outside again, 3-0 the count. .30 on the way, and Bodak can't find the zone. It's his third free pass allowed today.
The right fielder, number 9, Zach Goldberg.
Now Zach Goldberg stepping in. Bodak comes set. First pitch on the way. In there for strike 1. Goldberg was hit by a pitch back in the second inning.
It was a sweet sweeper there from Bodak.
Comes set, and Swan chopped foul. And finally, the Oak Park coach makes a play in foul territory. A strong throw back to Bodak. Calls time. And Maroney coming out, and coming in off the bench, it's going to be Garcia Bariak. Yeah, it will be. Julian Garcia Bariel, I'm sorry. Apologies. And in there, strike 3. Gut looking is Goldberg.
Number 1, Tim Leake. Lurk.
Tim Lurk stepping back in for his third at-bat. Bodak gets his second strikeout. Bodak comes set. Pitch on the way. In there, strike one to Lurk. Lurk with a hard out his last time up. Hit a screamer to Nick Allen, who was able to glove it. Bodak checks on the runner at first. Bodak comes set. Goes back again. Still not going. A one on the way. Hit on the ground through. Lurk finds a base hit. So a 2-out knock from Tim Lurk. And there's runners on first and second now. And that'll bring up Johnny Nelson.
Batting next for the Huskies, the third baseman, number 4, Johnny Nelson.
Nelson's last at bat. It's ended by interference. Hit it on the ground. And he hit it at one of his teammates who could not jump out of the way. Nelson hits this one well. Left field foul. Heading towards the parking lot.
It's a solid rip right there.
Just misses the car. Thank goodness I'm parked over there. But way further down. Was well short of where my car would have been. As this one hit on the ground, Allen gloves it cleanly, and he steps on third for the third out. Jack Bodak, 4 strong innings in this start. And the Dukes head to the bottom of the fourth. Got some work to do with the bats. Here for the bottom of the fourth inning, it's still 1-0 Huskies. And Luke Pazinski looks to light a spark in this Dukes offense. LP popped out to the first baseman in his first at-bat. It was in foul territory, just under it. Now facing Farron a second time, maybe getting a better look at him. On the count to LP, and he hits this one off the end of the bat, hooking foul. Just a bit ahead of it. Now the count evens out, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, and Pazinski showing off a bit of his power there. Again, the Duke's biggest power hitter on this team, always a threat. That's why they got him batting cleanup, Connor.
1-1 turns into a 2-1. I mean, he has been hitting the ball really well. He's got multiple extra base hits, so definitely a reason he's batting cleanup. Maybe not because he's the biggest power threat. And Pazinski hooks this one foul again off to the left side. That one's also ending up in the parking lot, so someone's going to have to fish that out from under a car. And Jack Hansman's on the chase. He heads to the parking lot looking to get the ball.
Interesting to see Hansen over there and wondering if the Dukes may be warming him up to come in.
2-2 on the way. It's a slider from Farron that's inside. Pazinski gets out of the way, so now the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Farron comes set. The payoff pitch on the way. Pazinski just under this one, and can't hit that anymore at the left fielder. Puntillo maybe moved 2 feet tops to his right, and Pazinski's retired for the second time today.
Evan Mendiola.
Now Evan Mendiola is back up. He's got 1 of the 2 Dukes hits today. There's been 4 Duke base runners. Farron pitching a really good game so far. And he'll start Mendiola off with a slider called for a ball. I've got no clue where that missed. Nonetheless, 1-0's the count. Farron, back-to-back strong pitches, not going to get him either place. You hear some groans in the crowd, and that time that was definitely a ball. Farron bounced it in, gets away from Leshnak. 3-0 the count. Can't imagine Mendiola is swinging the bat here. Dukes just need base runners. And he missed. It's a 4-pitch walk for Evan Mendiola. It's his second time getting on base today. And now Marco Giorno, the batter.
The left fielder, number 11, Marco Giorno.
Farron's third walk issued today. One of them being to Giorno back in the second inning. And Giorno cracks this one. Left field, Puntillo ranging over and making the catch for the second out.
Great fielding from
Batting next for the Dukes.
Great fielding from him thus far, Connor.
9,
Been great in left field for them.
Lazowski.
Now Ryan Lazowski, the batter. Hit a good ball his first time up, but Tim Lurk came all the way over from center into more like left center. Probably even more, could be considered more left field. Makes the catch. Really nice grab. Takes away what would have been an RBI from Lazowski. Now he looks to get his revenge. Good breaking ball from Farron. Can't get the call there. One 0 the count. Lazowski checked his swing, but it'll be called for a strike anyways. One ball, one strike. Farron comes set. Lazowski hits this one softly. A weird bounce, and it'll eat the second baseman up. Just had some weird spin on it the whole way and ate Brady Green up, and it just shot off his right arm.
Batting next for the Dukes.
Nice break there from the Dukes, Connor.
2, Jack
Able to advance now
Kaminsky.
to first and second, and now they got Jack Kaminsky up to bat here, looking to tie or take the lead in this game. They still trail 1-0.
Base hit should score a run. Really just unlucky break. It'll be charged as an error, but you almost feel bad for Brady Green in this sense. That was a horrible bounce on the ball as Leshnak nearly throws it away. Luckily, Green was paying attention. 1-0 the count. Gets the sign. Comes set, bounces it in. 2-0 the count. Long throw back to second. Not even close to getting Mendiola. There will be no tag applied. Two balls, no strikes. The count to Jack Kaminsky. Farron checks on Mendiola at second. Comes set. And he paints the outside edge for strike one. Farron comes set. The 2-1 turns into a 3-1. And now Jack Kaminsky in a hitter's count.
For all you Bulls fans out there, I'm sorry to say you're staying at 12.
3-1 on the way. Ball 4. And now Nick Allen with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Great at-bat by Jack Kaminsky.
Allen.
And now they'll talk to Peter Farron. Figure out how you want to approach the number 9 hitter in the Dukes lineup. Allen struck out looking his first time up back in the second inning. Definitely a threat here in the 9 spot. With the bases loaded, a base hit would likely give the Dukes the lead in addition to tying the game. 100% will tie it. Crowd making some noise here. Pretty full house today. Peter Farron comes set. His first offering to Allen. Just gonna miss. Farron really starting to get annoyed, and there are more chirps coming from the coaching staff of Oak Park. The 1-0 on the way. This kicks, the ball gets away. Hesitation from Mendiola. He comes home, dives. He's safe, the game is tied. Oh, a wild pitch by Peter Farron, and the Dukes come home and tie it. Everyone advances a base, and now second and third, it's tied 1-1, and a 2-0 count to Nick Allen.
And what a way to tie it up, Connor, stealing home. And we still got Allen at the plate.
Still got a chance to extend this lead. Farron comes set, 2-0. Allen hits on the ground. It gets over the head of Moore. This will score 1. Kaminsky on his way to score. It'll be cut off by Moore. A big-time single from Nick Allen. 2 RBIs, and now it's 3-1 Dukes.
All operating while doing this with 2 outs, Connor. Great job by Allen swinging there. Just got over the mitt of the shortstop there. And this gives the Dukes their first lead of the game, a strong 2-run lead as well.
I mean, with the way Farron had been starting out, it was hard to imagine there'd be anything to stop the momentum he had going, but he got into a bases-loaded jam, wasn't getting some calls, as he'll drop a slider in there for strike 1 to Fleming, who's back up for his third at-bat.
And now you find yourself at the top of the order, too.
Top of the order, 3-run game. He does have 2 outs to work with. Gets it in there for strike 1. You can still see him. He's visibly upset on the mound. Allen goes. Fleming hits this one foul. Farron just has not had the best control today. He's walked 4 through 3 2/3 innings, so he's averaging a walk every inning he goes out. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner goes. Ball up high. Throw down is not in time. They missed the tag. It was not the best throw from Leschnock. It would have been a highlight reel tag from Brady Green if he was able to apply it. Allen just getting under it. And now 2-2's the count. Man in scoring position. 2 outs. Farron comes set. Fleming checks his swing. He did go around, so that'll end the inning. But not before the Dukes get on top. Off the back of Nick Allen, 2 RBI knock. It's 3-1 Dukes. Ethan Moore starts the top of the 5th inning off with a high fly ball, center field. Gami coming all the way over to left, making the grab. So Moore retired.
Now the Dukes are looking from behind, trying to hold this lead.
I'll come all the way back, down 1-0. Get to the bottom of the 4th, put up 3 runs in what's been a really good pitcher's duel so far. And now Jack Bodek looking to have yet another strong start as he enters inning number 5 of work. And there's a slider, not even close. Here in the top of the 5th, it's Brady Green. And this one popped up, slicing foul where it will drop. Fleming could not come over and make the grab.
Hornets have the 4th pick.
In case you guys don't know, Luca is a huge NBA fan, so he's been freaking out about the draft lottery.
Sixers have the 3rd pick.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out is...
No.
As this one hit well in the air, center field. Gami there. And 2 catches, 2 outs for him in the top of the 5th inning. Brady Green retired. And now it'll bring up Oliver Puntillo. Puntillo, 2 for 2 today, 2 base hits. This one hit well on the ground, but just foul. If it was fair, it would have been extra bases for Puntillo. Would have been a 3-hit game for him. Some people exiting the field. Bodek gets a slider in there for strike 2. More likely had his last at-bat of the game, the way things are going. So some people starting to head to the exits. Allen comes in, gloves it cleanly, flips to first in time. Another great play from Nick Allen. Have yourself a day 22. And Bodek puts up another 0. 1-run ball for him through 5 innings. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Dukes still up 3-1.
Drew Gami.
Here for the bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be Drew Gami to start things off for the Dukes. Still have a 3-1 lead. Peter Farron still out there. As he gets his sign, comes set. First pitch on the way. Check swing, but it's in there for strike 1.
Folks, if you haven't heard, the Dallas Mavericks have gotten the first overall pick in the NBA draft, but I'm hearing they're trading it to the Los Angeles Lakers for Bronny James. I'm kidding, Mavs fans. You deserve this. Your mental health has been tarnished enough this year. Let you guys get to win this one.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Gami. Slider from Farron. Not there. Two 2-1 the count. Farron comes set, misses way outside. Now 3 balls and 1 strike is the count. Farron comes set, 3-1 on the way, and Gami hits this one on the ground, and Moore boots it. And Gami, hard turn around first.
Lots of errors fielding here from OPRF,
the catcher,
and it is what has made them trail now in this game. Really unfortunate.
E6. Oak Park's second costly error. As first pitch bounced to Mendiola. Gami on his way to second as it gets away from Leshnak. He's in there safely at second on the wild pitch. And I mean, yeah, if you think back to it, I'm sorry, that's Owen Chill up the bat. If you think about it, that error that Ryan Lazowski reached on, it led to the 2 RBI single from Nick Allen, because then Farron walked Kaminsky, and then Allen ripped the base hit. Chale fouls it off to the right side. Good pitch from Farron. Does not get the strike call there. A common theme we've seen throughout this entire game. So 2-1 the count. Farron comes set. Gets the fastball call that time. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Farron checks on. Runner at second, the 2-2 on the way. Chale just gets a piece of it. Still no one out. Man on second. Chale hits this one foul. Coach Pitlock can't field it. Farron steps off, wants to sign again. Couldn't pick it up. Now he gets it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Chale. Farron comes set. Upstairs, breaking ball. In there. Not in there, I should say. So the count now full. Three balls, 2 strikes. Missed it low and away. Farron walks Chale. And now it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here. Colby Baird comes out as the courtesy runner. Another free pass issued by Peter Farron. His manager gets the ball from him. So we'll have a pitching change. We'll step aside. 2 runners on, nobody out. Still 3-1 Dukes.
Henry. Courtesy running for the Dukes at first base.
So it is Colby Baird to courtesy run for Owen Shale. So you have the two fastest guys on this team on the bases right now with nobody out. Corners are in. Luke Pazinski, the batter. New pitcher is going to be Tucker Henry. So Farron's day was done. 4 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, walked 5, only allowed 2 hits. As it stands right now, as there's a wild pitch, station to station go Gami and Baird. And now second and third, nobody out. So as it stands right now, only 3 runs allowed. Only 3 runs, 1 earned for Peter Farron, but that could change in the blink of an eye. Base hit, tack on 2 more earned runs to that total. Henry comes set. Pazinski hits on the ground. Moore fields cleanly. Throw to first. Brings the first baseman off the bag. This will score Gami. So now 4-1.
Batting next for the Dukes, the designated hitter, number 10, Evan Mendiola.
Now Evan Mendiola with runners on first and third. Still nobody out. Runner goes. Throw goes to Moore at shortstop. It gets away from him. This will score a run. Moore having an awful day at shortstop. And this will plate Baird. Pazinski at second safely. And now 5-1 the score.
Yeah, I was too scared to say anything about it earlier, but you're correct. An awful day for him at shortstop. Most definitely just a disaster class.
It's another error for Ethan Moore. Diola takes strike 1. I call him Dylan there, Luca? I might have accidentally called him Dylan Moore, thinking of the Major League Baseball player on the Mariners.
Whoops.
Oopsies. He's got a bright future ahead of him, but let's play devil's advocate a little bit. This infield is in pretty bad shape. And he's definitely used to playing on the all-turf field in Oak Park. As a wave and a miss from Mendiola. But just having a really hard time adjusting and picks up his second error of the game. Good curve from Henry, and Mendiola takes it for a ball. So 3-2 now the count. Runner goes, swung on and missed. That's strike 3. Defensive indifference. Pazinski's over to third.
Batting next for the Dukes, the
So
left fielder,
finally,
11,
it's going to be the first out
Jarno.
picked up this inning. Marco Giorno, the batter. Giorno 0 for 1 with a walk today. And he skies this. Right side, foul territory. Holland makes the catch. Taking a few steps is going to be LP, but nowhere for him to go. Now there's 2 away.
Batting next for the Dukes, the first baseman,
Now Ryan
9,
Lazowski.
Ryan Lazowski.
With 2 outs. Stepping up to the plate. Henry gets the sign, goes curveball, drops it in there for strike 1. The 0-1 on the way is upstairs. This one pops out of the glove, and diving home is Pazinski. No tag, he's in there safely. LP comes home. It'll be a pass ball on Leshnock, and it's 6-1 Dukes.
Yeah, great speed shown off there by Pazinski. able to score another one here from the Dukes. And, you know, like we said, Connor, this is a big-time series for the entire West Suburban Conference to shake things out for that championship title. And it is looking like the Dukes have a clear upper hand here thus far in this series with the way they are playing.
Especially after this game. Don't have to face LT. Gotta hope LT can maybe drop a game or two. Lazowski poked one foul off to the right side. Now takes that pitch you just saw for a ball. So we'll see what happens here. King comes set, swung on and missed. Strike three. Sorry, Henry. Tucker Henry. Having trouble with the names today, folks. So many first name repeats. Thinking of Tucker King. Zowski's down on strikes, but the Dukes able to put up three more. Back-to-back three-run innings for them. It's 6-1. We head to the top of the sixth inning where Jack Bodak out once more.
Number 25, George Holland.
Here at the top of the sixth inning, it's going to be George Holland to get things going for the Huskies as they're now down 5 runs. Holland fouls the first one off. Holland hits this one on the ground sharply. Pazinski fields it perfectly. Long throw, airmails it. Good job by Choi there for the backup. So Holland's stuck at first base. So a throwing error from Pazinski, but
Catcher, number 8, Joe Leschnock.
not getting another base is Holland will not get another base, and Joe Leschnock is now up 1 for 2 with an RBI base hit. Struck out swinging his last time up. It's one of those throws where you wonder, would Pazinski really have had a beat on him, even if the throw was there. Holland not known for his speed, but definitely moving down the first base. It was so deep in the hole. One-0 the count. Bodak. We'll check on his good friend George Holland over at first base. Just saying what's up. Bodak comes set. Just outside. 2-0's the count. Bodak gets his sign, comes set, and Leschnock chases an upstairs fastball. 2-1. The 2-1 on the way, and Leschnock chops it foul off to the left side. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. Bodak comes set, swung on and missed. It gets away from Choi. It'll be no throw to first base, so drop third strike. Leschnock's on first base. So still nobody out.
Number 24.
Got to make sure if you're the Dukes, you're not making those common errors you saw OPRF make in these past few innings. That was exactly what led to their demise.
Choi unable to block it, and now Liam Maroney's up. He's not recorded an official at-bat today. He walked his last time up. He's got a sac bunt. His first plate appearance, and he'll follow Bodak's first offering straight back. 8, 9, and 1 coming up. It's absolutely essential you get these 2 guys out. This one going to get away. Will be a wild pitch. Oh, my apologies. He was out at first base, so base was covered. Even though the runner went, it wasn't going to matter. So ground ball. Are they going to get him at first? They won't. Bodak, an awkward fall. He pops up. He'll be okay. So runner on first. It'll be an infield single for Maroney. And now the score, 6-2.
The right fielder, number 9, Zach Goldberg.
So man on first, 1 out. Be Zach Goldberg up. Got to get one of these two guys out. Goldberg did not pull the bunt attempt back in time. Counts 0-1. Bodak coming set. This one hit on the ground to the left side, foul. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bodak comes set. This one hit up the middle. No one's there. It'll be a base hit for Zach Goldberg.
Next for the Huskies.
Now runners on first and second.
Number 1.
Nobody out, and Coach Pitlock coming out. Just talking things over.
Duke's definitely still warming up in the bullpen right now. You have Hansman warming up for the Dukes. Gotta wonder. Oh, Connor's shaking his head in disbelief.
That's Nate Rickenbrody out in the bullpen.
Connor, yeah. Sorry.
Wasn't in disbelief. It was more like.
It's hard to.
It's really hard to tell. There's the pole right there.
Yeah.
But it's just Nate Rickenbrody. So Coach Pitlock's initial meeting, just to talk some strategy with Bodak. Makes sense he still wants him in. Although he wants that lefty-lefty matchup. Dukes only have 2 left-handed pitchers on the roster. None of them are in the bullpen. First pitch to Tim Lurk is in there for strike 1. Lurk 1 for 2. A walk and a base hit. And he hits this one well on the ground into right field, a base hit. Bodak's got to come home to cover. Throw, home, Chael, tag. He got under it. Lurk to second base. Chael can't believe it.
That looked as good as out to me, Connor.
Next for the Huskies, the third
and now Johnny Nelson. Yep, and it will be a call to the bullpen. Coach Pitlock comes out, and it will be Nate Rickenbrode, as it's now a 3-run ball game. So Jack Bodak's day is done, and we'll step aside for the pitching change. Pitching change, it is Rick and Brody, and he steps in with 1 out and inherits 2 runners from Bodak. Nice outing for Bodak. 5 1/3, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. Worked through a lot of traffic as Rick and Brody.
Yeah, and you can't even blame this semi-meltdown that the Dukes are having right now on Bodak. There's just been some errors in the infield, especially around first.
Johnny Nelson taking strike 1 there. Rick and Brody comes set. Oh, a good-looking pitch. Can't get the call. One on the way is hit well. Going back at the wall. Off the wall. Gami slips out in left center. This is going to score 1. This will score 2. A big-time double from Johnny Nelson, and we've got a 1-run game.
Duke's getting a bit of a short end of the stick there, but you can't complain. That almost went out of here, Connor. So it'll only score 2 instead of 3, but that puts the Dukes only in front by 1 now.
And now Ethan Moore. Switch hitting shortstop is up. We'll see if he can do something. Batting from the left side. Kimbrode low and away. Gets the sign. 1-0. Outside again. 2-0. Rick and Brody coming set. Checks on Nelson. Now fires. And this one, a ground ball. And Kaminsky there. Fires. Lazowski can't scoop it up. An infield single for Ethan Moore.
Man on first, man on third now, Connor. This is real trouble that the Dukes find themselves in now.
In the late stages of this game, still only 1 out, and it's the cleanup man, Brady Green. He's 0 for today. The Huskies really need him to come through. Now just a 1-run game. Rick and Brody checks on Moore at first. Comes set. Showing bunt, and bunting it foul will be Green. They do have Oliver Puntillo on deck. Puntillo, 2 for 3. He's 2 base hits today. Oh, the count. Cambro comes set, a wave and a miss. Strike 2 on Green. Moore still has not made any attempt to swipe second. Cambro will throw over. Good job by Lazowski blocking it down. 0-2 the count. Rick and Brody comes set. Green awaits the pitch, and he fights off a breaking ball. Staying alive. Green still in this at-bat. The 0-2 on the way. Swung on, line, left field, base hit, it's a fair ball. Nelson comes in to score. We're all tied. Giorno puts his hands up, it's out of play. Ground rule double for Brady Green. It's a 6-6 ball game. Still only 1 out, and now 2 men in scoring position for the Huskies.
Make this a 5-run inning now for OPRF, and they're not even close to finish. It looks like operating on only 1 out and a man on first and a man on second.
Oh, second and third.
Excuse me, man on second, man on third. That is trouble.
Oliver Puntillo now back up. Brody coming set. Field in. Puntillo fouls it off to the right side. Starting to get a little dark here, Luca.
Dark, cloudy, and it might rain.
It'll rain overnight, that's for sure. See if it comes a little bit early. Rick and Brody comes set. The 0-1 on the way. In there for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh, wow. Rick and Brody wants that one. You rarely see him make any sort of emotion, complaint, whatever you want to call it. You get it from him there.
Can't blame it. That looked right down the barrel to me, Connor.
Albeit it was just a slight head nod. But 1-2 is the count. This looked like a perfectly painted pitch. Goes back to the same spot. Allen, a diving play. Makes the catch. Flips it to second. In time for 2. Oh, his great defensive day continues. Out of this world. Nick Allen having the best game of his life. But OPRF able to tie it up. 6-6 ball game. We head to the bottom of the 6th.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Dukes, the second baseman, number 2.
Here for the bottom of the 6th inning, Jack Kaminsky steps into the box. 0 for 1 today, walked his last time up.
Now the Dukes find themselves in a fresh ball game. Any man's game, 6-all now.
Tucker Henry's still on the mound for the Huskies. His first offering to Kaminsky is going to be skied right side, and it'll be out of play. Goes over the netting. Good breaking ball, and Kaminsky thought it hit him, but nope, the umpire's not going to agree with him there. It's still a ball. 1-1's the count. Henry comes set, goes inside. That time it drills Kaminsky, and he's aboard on the hit by pitch. So his second time on first base today. And the Dukes got the leadoff man on, and Nick Allen is the batter.
Nick Allen.
Allen 1 for 2 today. Had the 2 RBI single that propelled the Dukes to take the lead back in the 4th inning. Now they'll lean on him again to come through. Kaminsky's got some speed on him. Henry, as Allen lays down a bunt. It's a good one. Henry gets up, throws to first, and a good sack bunt from Nick Allen does his job. And now the top of the order up with a man on second.
Batting next for the Dukes, the right fielder.
Perfectly laid down bunt
Josh
by Nick Allen.
Fleming.
And now Josh Fleming, the batter. He's 1 for 3. Just has an infield single today. He can change the game at any moment. Henry comes set, goes curveball. That one's called for a strike. Really surprised at that. We haven't seen anything close to there be called for a strike all game. 0-1 the count. And back-to-back pitches. Fleming didn't like either of them. And now it seems that the umpire is expanding his zone as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Setting up even more outside is Leshnock. It's a pitch out. Kaminsky was not running. One, two, the count. Henry comes set, goes curveball, Fleming, and it goes under the glove of the third baseman. A hot smash. That'll be a base hit. Kaminsky had to hold so he didn't get doubled off. But now runners on the corners. Jack Kaminsky 90 feet away from scoring the go-ahead run. And count that as a base hit for Josh Fleming as Drew Gami digs in.
Drew Gami.
Big-time sequence here from the Dukes. Gami just looking to get someone in now as they can take the lead once again. The top of the 6 really posed them some issues, and they're just looking to reclaim what they had.
Fleming goes. It'll be a ball. Defensive indifference allows Fleming to get to second. So that takes away the force out. Now we'll see if the infield comes in. They do. I was wondering what the right side of the infield was doing. But now they're in. Henry misses upstairs. You normally don't want to give Gami something to hit, and as a matter of fact, I don't think a walk would be the biggest thing, would be the worst thing in the world for the Huskies. Henry definitely aware of that. But it's a 2-0 count. Might be nice to try and challenge him here with something. And he does. It'll be a ground ball. Moore fields it cleanly, goes to first, nearly brings him off the bag, but it's in time to get Gami. Coach Arnold at first base wants an appeal from the home plate umpire as he thinks that the first baseman, Holland, came off the bag.
Next for the Dukes,
and Coach Pitlock wants to have a little discussion about it. But that'll be the second out. So now the Dukes need something to fall. Regular depth for the infield. 6-3 ground out. OC checks his swing, fouls it off straight to the right side. Choi 0 for 1 today, has 2 walks. So he's been on base, just not by the way we're used to seeing. Good pitch from Henry there, not going to get the call. 1-1 the count. Choi flares this one out right side and slicing, and it'll drop foul. It's past the imaginary line set by the netting anyway, so even if caught, it wouldn't have mattered. Henry comes set. 1-2 on the way. Upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. The 2-2 on the way. Choi lifts this one. Lurk giving chase right center. There to put it away. Scoreless 6th inning. Tucker Henry pitches out of a mini jam. And we head to the top of the 7th. Still tied. Here for the top of the 7th inning, Nate Rickenbrody still out on the mound. And before the inning started, as Ryan Lazowski getting looked at by athletic trainer Jim Stepanek, Coach Pitlock, Coach Arnold were quickly out there to check on their player. Lazowski seems to be okay. And stepping in the box, it'll be George Holland. Holland skies it, foul. Just a bit behind as he fouled it off to the right side. Rickenbrody comes set, the 0-1 on the way. Upstairs, a ball and a strike. This one chopped on the ground, and it'll be foul. Allen couldn't glove it anyways. So now the count 1-2. Rickenbrody misses low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Holland putting up a bit of a fight here. Just outside, ball 3. No action in the Dukes bullpen. Brody comes set. Called strike 3. Looked a bit low, but Holland gets frozen and rung up.
Yeah, Connor, if you're the Dukes, you're just looking to get through this top of the 7th as quick as possible, holding them scoreless as you want to head into the bottom. Last inning of action with a chance to win this first game of this series.
Brody starting a strike off to Leshnock. Cameron Barnes Jr. in the bullpen warming up. Brody misses there. 1-1.
This is definitely Rickenbrody's biggest test of his young junior career. Seems to be responding well thus far.
Correction, it's going to be number 23, Darren Law, throwing in the bullpen, the 6'5", right-handed pitcher. Getting loose.
Facing anyone 6'5" sounds terrifying.
Rickenbrody comes set way outside, ball 3. Leshnock was trying to call time. Geez, glad he wasn't granted that wish. Actually, matter of fact, I don't think I've seen anyone get time granted to them today. Probably the umpires want to keep this going, considering the fact that Oak Park was about
more than an
hour later than they were supposed to be. And Rickenbrody loses Leshnock there. Ball 4, walks him. So 1 out, a man on first. Liam Maroney's now the batter. RBI infield single his last time up. Courtesy runner coming in for Leshnock. It'll be number 3, John Summers, who's now on first base. Brody checks on Summers at first. On set. Maroney, a wave and a miss. At a good slider from Rickenbrody. No balls and a strike. Rickenbrody will check on Summers. Good pickoff move. Lazowski got the tag right there. Summers barely getting back in time. Was close. Rickenbrody comes set. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Summers going to go. And Maroney barely gets a piece of it, fouls it off to the left side. Summers, not a terribly big lead at first base. Takes another step. Rick and Brody will glance over. He will not go. 0-2 pitch on the way. It's way outside. Shale knocks it down. Now the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zach Goldberg, the number 9 hitter's on deck. This one hit up the middle. Kaminsky ranging over, knocks it down. It'll spit into shallow center field. So it'll be a base hit for Maroney. And now first and second with 1 out.
Batting next for the Huskies, the right fielder, number 9, Zach Goldberg.
And now Zach Goldberg, who ripped a single his last time up. Chance to come through here. The 1 out, a ground ball up the middle would be huge for Rick and Brody and the Dukes. So, turned a few double plays already. They'll be able to turn another one. Brody comes set. Goldberg shows bunt and immediately pulls it back as Rick and Brody misses up and in. One 0 the count. Rick and Brody can't find the zone, so now it's 2-0. Coach Pitlock calling time. Andrew Papadopoulos in the bullpen for the Dukes. Coach Pitlock just talking things over with Rick and Brody. Will not make a change yet, as Papadopoulos only recently just started throwing.
Who is John Summit?
John Summit is a big-time DJ and EDM producer. He is from, I believe he's from Naperville.
Oh, gosh.
Why do you ask? What's
Yes.
what an interesting question.
No, I just see just music everywhere all of a sudden.
He's been pretty popular over the last few years. He's known around. He's plays in Chicago quite often. As Rick and Brody finds the zone there, the count now 2-1. Brody comes set. Called strike 2. Wow. Was not expecting that to be called for a strike, but a huge break for Rick and Brody and the Dukes. Now instead of it being 3-1, it's now 2-2. Brody comes set. The 2-2 on the way. I mean, that pitch was in the same spot. If you're going to call the last one a strike, you might as well ring him up there. Who doesn't love a little drama? 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 men on, 1 out. Brody comes set. Big pitch coming. Swung on, hit on the ground. Allen dives. Can he get one? No, he can't. Everyone's safe. An infield base hit. Rick and Brody got the ground ball he was looking for, but Allen had to dive to get it. And now the bases are loaded. 1 out, and it's the top of the order.
Number 1.
This is a nightmare scenario right here for the Dukes. And it looks like Coach Pitlock's going to bring in Andrew Papadopoulos now to try and close things out here.
Just shut the door. Game's still tied. Oh, no.
What?
Yep.
They're gonna bring Papadopoulos in.
I saw a ton of people walking over. I was like, maybe I got it wrong. Maybe he wasn't warming up, but it will be Pop. He's in. Rickenbrody's out. Leaves the bases loaded as the junior righty will try to take care of business as he's got to get 2 outs here. Big jam for the Dukes. We'll step aside here. 6-6 ball game. Back here, it's Andrew Papadopoulos facing Tim Lurk. Lurk had an RBI base hit his last time up. A base hit would almost certainly score 2 and put the Huskies in a big-time position to win this game. Papadopoulos starts him out with a fastball in there for strike 1. A lot that would give the Huskies a lead. Ball in the air that's not popped up. So fly ball that makes it decently into the outfield should score a run. And Lurk fouls it straight back at us here in the booth. And now 0-2 is the count. The one thing you cannot do is strike out. That's probably the worst thing that can happen. Strike out, pop out, because they'll call infield fly. And then a ground ball, routine ground ball up the middle for a double play. Chael sets up outside. Papadopoulos misses upstairs. Papadopoulos has been excellent as a reliever so far for the Dukes. The 1-2 on the way. Inside. Now 2-2. Pop gets the sign. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Goes slider. Good break. Just misses it outside. Now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Loading the count is a risky place to be right now. One more ball, and this is going to send someone home and keep this cycle of loaded bases.
Upstairs, ball 4. Pop comes in and walks in a run. Lurk, a great job being patient, and now they're up 7-6. And Johnny Nelson coming up here, ripped an RBI double last inning. Goes slider, not going to get the call.
You know, Connor, it's moments like this that you got to look back at where everything went wrong for the Dukes, and it was just some fielding errors. And
the free passes have really hurt them. The walks starting to add up now as Papadopoulos still struggling to find the strike zone. As 2-0 is the count to Johnny Nelson. Nelson smokes this. Center field. Gami going back, getting twisted and turned around. Makes the grab, so it's the second out. This will easily score a run. Nelson doing his job. That's a sac fly.
Batting next for the Huskies, the shortstop, number 13.
Papadopoulos luckily getting an out, so now there's 2 away, but Ethan Moore up. And Luca, he hasn't had a great game, but he's still 100% a huge threat at the plate.
For sure. I mean, you wonder why all these scouts are here today. It's
to see 13, number 13 right here. Moore takes a breaking ball up and away. Papadopoulos gets his sign. Moore smokes this. Right field. Going back. Goodbye, Ethan Moore. Absolutely demolishes it. 3 are in. And Moore delivers a strike at the 11th hour.
That's a dagger right there for the Dukes.
Next for the Huskies,
bases are cleared with 2 outs now, but that's really unfortunate. Still have a whole half inning ahead, but OPRF's just on a tear right now. You got to wonder how they're going to respond and slow it down.
A 3-run home run for Ethan Moore puts them up 11-6.
And if that didn't impress the scouts here, I don't know what will.
Papadopoulos starting Brady Green off with a strike.
If you're Papadopoulos, you want to close out this disastrous inning as quick as you can.
And Green crushes this. Left center. Back to back. Goodbye. 12-6. Huskies double their run total in the top of the 7th. 2 big bombs. And now the Dukes are on life support here.
They now trail by double or half the runs. They have half the runs that OPRF has. Seismic difference.
Up and in on the first pitch to Oliver Puntillo. And this one hit on the ground, should be the 3rd out. Pazinski fields it cleanly, fires over to first in time, but not before the Huskies put up 6 runs. Back-to-back home runs from the 3 spot and the 4 spot. They've got some work to do. 3 outs, final 3 outs for them, coming up in the bottom of the 7th.
The shortstop, number 1, Luke. Pazinski.
Luke Pazinski going to start things off as the Dukes are down to their final 3 outs. Well, Darren Law was throwing before. He's still out there, but he's not throwing, and it's still Tucker Henry. He's got 6 runs to play with. Starts it off. LP off with a strike there.
Henry looking to close things out here on what was just a dominant 6th and 7th inning for OPRF, and LP is looking to rebound from the disastrous 6th and 7th inning that York has had and hopefully come back down 6. But that's a daunting task for any man.
1-1 on the way. It's a breaking ball down low, so 2-1 is the count. Henry misses up and away. 3-1 now the count. Henry comes set, and it's upstairs, so ball 4. Pazinski starts the inning off with a walk.
The Dukes, the designated hitter, number 10, Evan Mendiola.
Now Evan Mendiola, the batter. Mendiola 1 for 2. Struck out his last time up. Henry starts him off with a strike. Henry misses low and away. 1-1. Mendiola checks his swing, and upstairs is what the call's going to be. So 2-1. Leshnock had to, kind of look back to a double take. Like, really? 2-1's the count. Just missing outside. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Upstairs, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start the bottom of the 7th off. And now nobody out. 2 men on, and it's going to be Marco Giorno. First pitch in there, strike 1. Fastball catching the inside part of the zone. Henry comes set. Tries going outside with the fastball. Can't get the call. Ball and a strike. The 1-1 on the way, and Giorno cranks this. Right field. Foul.
Tough break. That really could have elevated the Dukes right here. Cut the lead to 3 runs.
Just a bit ahead of it. I mean, he killed that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Henry comes set. In there, called strike 3. Giorno absolutely frozen. Henry gets the first out. Only needs 2 more. And now Ryan Lazowski's the batter.
Ryan Lazowski.
Lazowski 0 for 3 today. He's been on base once, reached on an error. Henry goes slider. Can't locate it. Up and away on the fastball. So now 2 balls and no strikes, the count to Lazowski. Right down the middle with the fastball. Somehow that is called for a ball. Lazowski will take that any day of the week. It's 3-0. Henry finds the zone there. 3-1. Charlie Martin on deck. He's going to pinch hit for Jack Kaminsky. And outside, ball 4. So 3 walks in 1 inning for Tucker Henry. And we'll likely have a pitching change here.
Number 15, Charlie Martin.
With Martin about to come up. Just want to talk things over with Henry. Might be trying to buy some time as some action in the bullpen. Was a quick meeting. Can't make out who it is. Does not look like it's Darren Law again. First pitch to Martin is somehow not called a strike. I mean, this guy's zone is all over the place. It's been both sides all game. 1-0 is the count. In the bullpen, it's going to be Miller Peters.
You were just talking about that the consistency of the calls. The consistency of the calls has been a key recipe to how this game is shaken out. I mean, Ricky Bro loaded the bases in the 5th inning, or excuse me, in the 6th inning.
A wave and a miss from Martin. Now that makes it a 2-1 count.
That in turn allowed 5 runs, so definitely a huge factor.
Swung on and missed. Henry battling back. Now he evens it out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. After starting off with 2 balls, comes back, pumps 3 straight fastballs in the zone. 3 misses, and Chuck is down on strikes.
Yeah, he was really just swinging for the fences there, if anything, with the bases loaded. I mean, you want to try and get 4 guys home and somehow miraculously start a comeback from this game, but now it's up to Nick Allen if he can with 2 outs.
It's 1 for 2 today. And 2 RBI base hit back in the 4th inning. A sac bunt his last time up. Henry drops in a strike, 1-1 the count. Crowd really getting into this one. Henry comes set. Allen checks his swing. He did not go. It's going to be called a ball as well. So 2-1 is the count. And it's all starting to boil over here. The umpire not happy. He's been hearing it all game from the Oak Park dugout. He might be going over the edge here. Henry bounces it in the other batter's box, so 3-1 the count. Three one on the way. Called ball 4. Wow, that looked like a good pitch. Walking in a run is going to be Henry. It's his 4th walk issued this game. That'll score a run. Makes it 12-7. And now Josh Fleming is up to bat.
And look at this, Connor, the sun coming out here in Elmhurst. Maybe some optimism for the Dukes.
Just poking out, 7:35, and it's actually probably starting to set now. So it's passing the clouds. This game was supposed to start at 4:30, started nearly 45 minutes late, and that's because OPRF skipped infield. Could have been over an hour. Up and away to Fleming. The count evens out, a ball and a strike. One turns into a 2-1. Henry gets his sign. Upstairs 3-1.
This is how the Dukes come back. I mean, this would be utterly shocking.
He's going to walk, strikeout, walk. The 3-1 on the way. Fleming hits this one well. Center field sends Lurk back at the wall. And it's off the wall. This will drop down. This will score 1. Here comes Laskowski in there for 2. 3 runs are in as Allen touches home. A base-clearing RBI double for Josh Fleming. As it's 12-10, and that'll do it for Tucker Henry. So pitching change coming up. And we'll step aside. Things are getting interesting. A 2-run ball game now here in the bottom of the 7th on York Sports Network.
Batting next for the Dukes, the center fielder, number 7.
It's Miller Peters coming in for the OPRF Huskies as Drew Gami is the last chance here for the Dukes. There's 2 outs. Gami's the tying run. Peters called on to just get 1 out. Tucker Henry's still in the line for the win here. As Peters starts it off with a beautiful slider. Arms up from Brady Green and Timmy Lurk out in center, all the way out in center field. They all thought that was a strike. Instead, it's called a ball. The 1-0 on the way. Back to the breaking ball. This time, that was definitely upstairs.
I've seen that pitch from a York pitcher last year, Connor. Specific York pitcher.
2-0 on the way. Oh, it hits Gami in the helm. Gets up quickly. Wow.
Tough hit. Tough hit.
Betting next for the Dukes.
They'll call time. I'll have to check on him. But Owen Chale now represents the winning run up to bat with 2 gone. And this might be the most interesting top and bottom of the 7th I've seen. Oh, Gami's collecting himself. Maybe just a little bit of adrenaline. It all has come to him. Yeah, they need a runner, so he'll get looked at.
See if they bring in Colby Baird with some speed here.
No, it will be Jeva.
Okay. That's some speed, too, for sure.
Because you also, if they only tie it, you need someone to go out there and play the field.
Yeah.
If he is done. Starters can come out and re-enter once. If he's coming out, Gami's got some decent speed. If he's coming out, it's definitely because you're going to look at him some more.
Street lights just came on.
Time is 7:41.
This has got to be the latest game of the regular season for the Dukes. This is a test for sure, playing late into the evening.
Ogami will stay in, so Jeva heads back to the dugout, and now Choi steps in. Just to put into perspective how late this game started and how long it's been going. I mean, I think I did a game a few weeks ago, and then it ended as Choi gets called for strike one there. A good pitch from Peters. I think I did a Hinsdale Central game. I think we were done. I think I was done, put everything away at the school by 6:30.
Yeah. That's just an interesting turn of events here today in general.
Oh, yeah.
Holy.
Choi takes ball one. The 1-1 on the way right down the middle. That's a good pitch, and I bet, yep, he definitely wants that one back.
On these 2 strikes thus far, he's swung on neither. Looks like he's just trying to work the count, load the bases up.
Chokes up. Down to his last strike. Runners go. The ball gets away. Everyone's safe, station to station. And now a base hit could probably tie this one up.
Big time here for the Dukes.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. What do you have for us, OC? Peters comes set. Choi hits this one, gloved by Peters. Flip over to first in time, and the Dukes fall to the Huskies in game 1. And now it's a 3-way tie for first place in the West Suburban Silver.
Yeah, I mean, you can be a bit upset with how the Dukes, lost their 6-1 lead, but you can't be upset with how they just battled back, tallying up 4 runs. Could have just walked it off there, if anything. But it's an unfortunate ending, and we'll see how they bounce back, Connor.
4-run bottom of the 7th for the Dukes. Not enough after back-to-back terrible innings as OPRF puts up 11 runs in the 6th and 7th. They play tomorrow in Oak Park as they've got a share of the West Suburban Silver, and they have a chance to take the outright lead tomorrow. It'll be Jack Lonergan on the mound for the Dukes. Ethan Moore and Brady Green to put the exclamation mark on for the Huskies. And that'll do it for us here in the broadcast booth alongside Luca DeSanto. I've been Connor Choi. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night, and go Dukes.